Welcome to our 20th Trader Chat. The date is the 15th of February 2012, and as always we need to start the proceedings with our disclaimers. Our first disclaimer tells us that all trading involves risk. Please be aware of and accept this risk before trading, and never trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. You should also be aware that past performance of any trading methodology is no guarantee of future results, and no representation is being made in this Trader Chat that any account will achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed. Finally, our hypothetical disclaimer warns that all results should be considered to be hypothetical unless otherwise specified, and hypothetical performance results have many inherent limitations and, unlike an actual performance record, do not represent actual trading. A few brief words about using NetViewer. I think most of you, of course, have used NetViewer before. The best way to ask a question is to simply type a message into the chat window. If you cannot hear me, slide your speaker slider in your NetViewer control panel up to the right. That is separate to your system sound, so you can adjust it independently of your system sound. Finally, if you would like to speak to me, not that anybody ever has for a very long time, but if you would like to right-click and also enter a chat message, because many right-clicks are accidental. Speaking of which, please be careful of mouse clicks, because big brightly colored arrows or speech bubbles pop up when you click with your mouse in the NetViewer window. So be careful of that, because it can be fairly distracting. We have been speaking about the mentorship scheme for some time now. If you're not aware of it and you would like to be mentored, please email us, info@sentienttrader.com, or if you would like to be a mentor. Our mentors are people who are Sentient Trader enthusiasts, users who are experienced at working with Sentient Trader and can help you, if you are a new Sentient Trader user, get started and work with the software effectively. We're pleased to be able to offer mentorship in several different languages, actually, and in places all over the world. So let us know if you feel that you would benefit from a mentorship scheme. Let us know about that. And send us an email at info@sentienttrader.com if you have any interest in the mentorship scheme. We have also mentioned previously that we're now doing Trader Chat, of course, every 2 weeks. Trader Chat is aimed at users of Sentient Trader software. Every alternate week we have Hurst Signals Chat, which is a slightly lighter a conversation, if you like, aimed at users of our Hurst Signal service, although of course users of Sentient Trader are more than welcome to join us at the Hurst Signals Chat and vice versa. We welcome Hurst Signals users to our Trader Chats as well. Finally, what are we talking about today? We've had many emails about some of the new features in Sentient Trader. There have been 3 updates to Sentient Trader in the last few weeks, as we have started putting out some of the new features that we have been working on for the past 6 months. We've been quietly building quite a few new features into Sentient Trader and testing them and so forth. And we have started releasing them. We started including them in the software, which is being released. And we've had many emails from people saying, could you explain how that feature works, and so on and so forth. So that's what we're talking about today. Is we're talking about the various new features that there are in Sentient Trader, mainly for current users of Sentient Trader, of course, so that you can keep up to date with what you can do with the software. So let's take a look at Sentient Trader, and if you have any questions about any of the features or any other features that you have questions about, then please just pop a message into the chat window. Right, so where should we start? Well, the first exciting piece of news, of course, for Sentient Trader is that there are now 2 editions of Sentient Trader available. There is the Trader Edition and there is the Analyst Edition. If I go to my help window, Sentient Trader will tell me that I am working with Sentient Trader Trader Edition. That is the full version of Sentient Trader. For quite a long time now, people have said to us that the full feature set of Sentient Trader is it's a very rich feature set, and it does an extraordinary number of things. Some people are only really interested in analyzing the market. They don't necessarily want to go the full distance of performing trading and making trading decisions and all that kind of thing. They would like to particularly start off working with Sentient Trader just to get a feel for the analysis that it produces, and possibly upgrade later to the full version that includes trading and trading decisions and the Sentient trading methodology and everything that we do here at Sentient Trader. So there is now an analyst edition of Sentient Trader which performs an analysis according to Hurst's cyclic theories, Hurst's cyclic principles, and doesn't perform any of the trading functionality of the full Trader edition version of Sentient Trader. So that's the first sort of exciting piece of news. We welcome Analyst Edition users and Trader Edition users, of course, to Trader Chat. So some of you out there might be working with the Analyst Edition already. We only released the Analyst Edition last week. We already have many people working with it. So let's take a look at well, first of all, let's speak about new features in the software which are available in both the Trader Edition and the Analyst Edition. If I go to Tools and Options, and on the Chart tab, you will notice that you can control in quite a lot of detail now what information is plotted on your chart. So let's speak about that. First of all, you can by selecting show chart information on the chart, then you can have the information displayed on the chart. You can see that my chart at the moment doesn't have any information displayed on it. That's because I've been using this computer to capture some chart images, and I've been doing that without any chart information. And you will notice you can see you can specify individually lots of different pieces of information. You can explore that for yourselves. But the piece of information I'm going to speak about now is the Hurst Cycles Synopsis information. That is a new feature in the software, Hurst Cycles Synopsis. It has emerged from our development of the Hurst Signals service. The Hurst Cycle Synopsis. So if you've been working with Hurst Signals, you'll know the Hurst Cycle Synopsis information is presented at the top of every one of your Hurst Signals charts. So let's speak about it. If I apply that, then of course the information is presented at the top of the chart, and here is the Hurst Cycles Synopsis. Now, the Hurst Cycles synopsis information basically presents to you the FLD pattern projection box information, but it presents it to you in a easy to read and easy to understand text format. These FLD pattern projection boxes you're all familiar with. They are the result of multiple FLDs. What Hurst called FLD patterns, and he spoke about cascading patterns, of course, and consolidation patterns and gap patterns and pause zones and so on, and those are all calculated by Sentient Trader, and the results of all of that information, if you like, is condensed into these two easy to see at a glance projection boxes. As you can see at the moment with this current analysis, Sentient Trader is projecting, this is the S&P 500 that I've just pulled up so that I've got a chart to speak about today. You can see Sentient Traders saying that the market might get into this red zone box before it falls down into this green box. Time-wise, as you can see, we've already entered the likely time for the peak to be formed in the market. How do I know that? Well, if I look at the left-hand edge of that box, the left-hand edge of that box was on the 11th of February, which was 4 days ago. And so time-wise, we're in that zone. Price hasn't quite reached into the box, as you can see. And if I zoom in even a little bit more, it'll be a little bit clearer. so you can see price hasn't quite reached into that box, after which it's expected to fall into this green box. I'm sure you're all familiar with the concept of the projection boxes. The Hurst cycle synopsis information, which you'll see at the top left of your chart if you select to show it, tells us that the 80-day cycle is rising, and it tells us where it is rising from. So it says from a trough on the 30th of January 2012, a trough at 12.96. So here is that trough on the 30th of January 2012, and the low price there was 12.96. And it is rising to a price range of 13.65 to 14.24, a price target which is expected to be overshot. In other words, prices could possibly extend beyond that price target, and it gives you the date in which that target is expected to be reached, from the 11th of February until the 30th of March. Okay. It then tells us that price is expected to fall, and it gives us a price range that the price is expected to fall into, and also a date range. So that's the Hurst cycle synopsis information. Some people are, of course, like to view information graphically on a chart. Other people find it easier to understand and interpret the information if they're able to read it. So now with Sentient Trader, you can do both. You can see it here on the chart, and you can also read it in detail on the left. Okay. Let's just see what our trading settings are. We're trading the 40-day cycle, and so you can display your Hurst cycle synopsis information for various different cycles. If I switch to the 40-day cycle and perform a new analysis, causing the software to regenerate that information, then I can view Hurst cycle synopsis information for a different cycle. Okay, we'll see that happening in a moment. So